Hi Aquarius, welcome. So Aquarius, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. I'm time stamping this January because that's when I'm recording it, but my readings are timeless. So I just trust that whenever this finds you, that's when it's for you. So let's jump into it. Aquarius, holy cow. I actually sat down to do your reading 3 days in a row. And the energy was so blah that I really couldn't even motivate myself to continue the reading. It was the weirdest feeling. And then yesterday I sat down to do Sagittarius, and kind of same, well, not quite the same. It was more of a chaotic energy that I was feeling than I was with you, Aquarius, but yeah, I couldn't do it either. So I feel like we're really off to some kind of start here in January, and happy early birthday to any of my January Aquariuses. I am also a January Aquarius. Yes. But it's been a bit of a whirlwind, right? Like I feel like the new year kind of gives us a nice fresh start and things starting off maybe a little bit more smoothly, only for it to ramp up the pace. It feels like the energy is almost stronger than the collective or the Aquarius collective can handle at times. You know what I mean? It almost feels like a car speeding and you're trying to tap the brakes, right? But the brakes aren't responding. So it's a little bit like that. So I'm really interested to do this reading for you and to get into this. So let's see, you've got the 11th house. Ooh, I didn't even see that. Yay, that's your energy. And Mercury, also kind of in your wheelhouse, Aquarius. So this is talking about things that you love, really. Friendship, group activities, humanitarianistic projects, community. It's a very hopeful, very faith-driven energy here. You are the sign of hope and faith. And sometimes, Aquarius, that can be such a big undertaking as an Aquarian, to be honest with you. It's like other people always looking to you for the answers, other people always looking to you for that bright light, or you feeling that need to always be that bright light for others. But sometimes you need a light, you know, you need someone to be that for you. And I feel like people who deal with Aquarians often forget that. And I actually was just talking to one of my Aquarius friends, and we were literally talking about that very subject of, you know, Aquarius, you're such an open and giving zodiac sign that sometimes you lose track of where you're not giving to yourself, or where you're over giving to others, or where you're overextending yourself. And, you know, I feel like because you hold yourself to that standard of being that for other people, that it doesn't even feel natural for you to pull back on that. But sometimes you do need to pull back on that. Sometimes you do need to be that sense of hope, light, and faith for yourself. So it's interesting that that message is coming through because they're actually highlighting groups. So it's how you also connect with others that is being highlighted. A lot of communication, a lot of information. This is a very busy energy. It's talking about, yeah, receiving new ideas, new insights, receiving news, okay, during this time frame. I heard good news, so a lot of you getting some good news around your birthday time frame. Yay. But it's just a very open and out there energy, which again is exhilarating, but it can also be overwhelming if you're not keeping up with the energy, right? Most people think that when they have a lack of energy, right, when they're feeling like really fatigued, well, one, it is a signal to slow down. But also what people don't understand is that fatigue is really you not keeping up with the desires you set forth through thinking against your own desires, thinking negative thoughts, speaking against your own desires will create a sense of fatigue that causes you to have to slow down, to reevaluate. So if you are one of those Aquariuses that are feeling that sense of meh or sense of fatigue, that's just your sign to chill out a little bit and reevaluate, right? And then when you're feeling better and you're feeling more clear and clarity come through, that's when you make the actions, right? That's when you make the advances. So let's see what else we have coming through for you, Aquarius. And I have to say, when I sat down to meditate for you, the song that came up was, oh gosh, I think it's Kesha. She says, hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh. Hey, I heard you were a wild one. I don't know about y'all, because you know I'm an Aqua and my birthday's coming up, but I have been really feeling the rebellious part of Aquarius come through. I don't know if y'all can feel that. But it's funny that, because I thought when this card popped out, it was the card of the Rebel. It looks really similar to the card of the Rebel. Some of you may also have been feeling that, but it's actually the card of abundance, which is even better. So you have the card of intensity, nothingness, abundance, and guidance. So that's that energy I was feeling. You know, all gas, no brakes. Even if you're trying to put the brakes on, you're probably just feeling more fatigued than anything, but life is still seeming to go at the speed of light right now. I just feel that so strongly. But also, out of nowhere comes some sort of stroke of luck, good news, abundance coming through. For some of you, it's in the form of money or gifts, but abundance is many things, blessings, love, joy, you name it. I feel like this is coming, and it's coming out of nowhere. So for my Aquariuses who've been stuck in a rut, I feel like brace yourself in a good way, because you may be getting some surprising news that's going to uplift your spirit. Then you have the card of guidance. So some of you are feeling this intense shove in a certain direction because you're being guided in that direction, right? You're being led to your path of least resistance, Aquarius. Some of you feel like you're being led to the edge, but really there's just a new horizon over that edge, right? So don't be afraid. Things are working in your favor, and let's see what else we have coming through. Aquarius, I'm gonna shut down my club with you too. That's funny because this is gonna be my 40th birthday. I can't believe it. I feel like I'm 22, but whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be my 40th birthday, and I usually like to do like super low-key private things for my birthday, like rent a cabin or spend time with just like me and my intimate family. But for some reason this year, I was like, I want to do a group activity. Like I want to go, you know, out downtown with a bunch of my friends, you know, like a big group of us. And I don't know where this inkling came from, but I'm actually, as an Aquarius myself, feeling this push towards like opening up my horizons, trying new things, being more of the extroverted part of an Aquarian, because we could be introverts. Yeah, we love our space, all right? But we also love to be around others. And I feel more towards that energy being pulled, but you may be on the same wavelength. You may not, it's all right. There's a big group of you here. But anyways, yada, yada, yada. Okay, Six of Swords, the Chariot, the King of Wands, and the Death card. Death and Rebirth card, let me say that. So this is fast movement forward. This is passion, this is inspiration. This is also standing up for yourself. That's that rebellious streak I felt coming in the energy earlier, Aquarius, this need to really stand up for yourself or to make your needs known, okay? With the Death and Rebirth card here, there is some change or transition that is also occurring during this time frame, and we're going to see what that's about. What is that about? Ooh. Okay. So some of you, what's changing is you're moving out of this phase where you've maybe felt hopeless. Ooh, nothing feels worse to an Aquarius than feeling hopeless, because you're the sign of hope. It's like going against your natural nature to be in a space of hopelessness. But, you know, we're all human, so none of us are immune to any emotion. And some of you may have really felt like, you know, I heard time had run out, or that there is not a solution coming, or, you know, that maybe you wanted to give up on something. And that's what's getting ready to change. Some of you are moving away from that energy, and there could also be reconciliation on the cards for you during this time frame as well. But I also feel you changing. You're changing your mind about something, and it has to deal with commitments, okay? And what you're giving to, what you're committed to, or who you're committed to, right? Some of you have felt completely drained, like maybe there was not reciprocity there, or maybe you were giving more than you were receiving, or just in a rut, you know, just point blank period. I feel that actually dissipating though, and I feel things coming together in a much more positive way, because there has been a lot of back and forth in regards to whatever that situation, but there is closure here. There is some sort of change in that cycle here. And I'm also hearing that you knew better, or you know better. Let's see what else. The Empress. And I guess to expand on that, a lot of you know better than to sit and dwell on something, no matter the reason, no matter the cause. But you know what? We're fixed signs. Aquarius, you're a fixed sign. That's like almost impossible to never dwell, because you get fixated on things, right? So it's all right. Forgive yourself. Move away from it when you're ready. You know, process your emotions. Don't hide your emotions, Aquarius. Don't pretend to feel something that you don't feel. Some of you have a habit of doing just that very thing, of showing one face when you're actually feeling a different way for a variety of reasons. Sometimes Aquarians are referred to as like robotic, cold, detached. And people assume that's because Aquarians don't have deep emotions, but that's so untrue. That roboticness, that coldness, that detachment is, I don't want to say it's a front, but it's just, that's how, like, I feel that as an Aquarian, our emotions are very much private and understood by ourselves, that we don't need to show off or show face or ask for sympathy, or we don't even like to be the type of people who garner sympathy. You know what I mean? Like, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But some of you have gotten into a bad habit of accidentally maybe getting into this rut where you're not really expressing yourself. You're not really expressing how you truly feel. So you're using that stone face or whatever to placate, right? A situation. And that's also something that's coming up, to be called out of the Aquarian energy, to truly express whatever it is that you're feeling and thinking. And as I say that, I'm like, what card was that flew on the floor? It is the Queen of Swords. Well, that's you. And you see this person? They're not messing around. So it's funny because there's this softer part of you showing up that really wants cooperation, really wants to work on things, but there's this other part of you too that it needs to say what it is, say how it is. This is not that energy of hiding things or mincing words. This is very blunt, you know, but you can be blunt in a loving way. And that's what Spirit wants to remind you of. You don't have to make your needs known in a cruel or cutting or condescending or sarcastic way. You can let your needs be known in a more loving approach, Aquarius. And actually, you get more bees with honey, right? So you get more of what you want by taking that more loving, reciprocal approach of speaking to people how you would like to be spoken to, but also speaking kindly to yourself first and foremost. And that's how you get the cooperation that you want. That's how you get the progress that you want. It's not from hiding what you actually feel. It's not from blocking yourself from communicating or communicating it in an overly harsh way. It's about finding a way to state your needs in a loving, understanding way. Yes. So, what a beautiful start to the reading. Let's get a guidance card. Then we're going to go into the love reading, the you versus them. What is the guidance for Aquarius? I knew that was going to happen. I seen it before it even happened. And then it happened, you know. Okay. I'm just going to give you the gist of these, and then I'm going to read the other one. I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. Billions of us are living in perfect diversity. My most important relationship is with Source. And I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. So I just wanted to do some quick math. You have 2 6s here. And a 9 and a 10. I don't know what those, what does that make? Sorry, I want to do some quick numerology. I never look at the numbers on those cards, but for some reason I felt like looking at them. So 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 9. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I feel compelled to do this, but I guess I do. Okay, 12 plus 9 is 21, right? Yes, 21. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 10, 21, 31. There's how many days in January? There's 31 days. Okay, and then 31. 31 may be a number that resonates with some of you. And then if you break it down, 3 plus 4, 3 plus 1 is 4. So in numerology, all these cards add up to the number 4. If you quick Google, what does the number 4 mean in spirituality, I think you'll get an additional message. So anyways, I do want to read this one card. It says, you cannot get the relationship of your dreams when your chronic thoughts about relationships feel lonely, angry, worried, or disappointed. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself as well as others, and you make lists of positive aspects of your past and present relationships, you will train your vibrational offering to match your perfect mate, and then it must all come into place. It is law. Interesting. All right, well, that's information to take to the bank, Aquarius. Now we're going to go into the love reading. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome. Wow, that was fast. There's your first card. We're going to go into the you versus them love reading and see what we have coming through. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So you have the card of the second house of assets as the crowning energy here, which is all about your material world, your possessions, finances, what you're talented at, how worthy you feel. Somehow this is all playing into this connection, okay? Or it could be a highlight that you or the person you're dealing with are focused on right now. So you have the card of reaching a higher understanding, and this person has compromise and participation. So I think what's being called forward here, Aquarius, in your situation is for you to reach a deeper or a higher level of understanding of the person you are connecting with. And that is really what sets you free, but also puts you on your next pathway. And then this person, for them, it's all about finding compromise and owning up to their part in things, as well as participating more, okay, within the connection. So let's see what the recent past energy was leading up into the now. And how you see each other, how you both feel underneath it all, and most likely outcome we will also go through. So let's see, Aquarius. Whoops. Recent past energy, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Ah, ew, the Seven of Swords, sorry. What is that about? Okay. So the first thing I got, Aquarius, is that you need to look a little bit deeper into something or somebody. And for a lot of you, it's this person that you're connecting with. This is showing up in the past, so it could be something related to this person's past, or it could be that in the past you were looking for something, and some of you were looking for the problem or trouble, like trying to seek a resolution, but then running into problems. That could have also been a thing. It's not my favorite energy. And when I asked for clarification, it was the Hangman and the Hermit. It was about going within, Aquarius, to really do some deep soul searching, okay? Some of you not even knowing what your truth is. This is kind of similar to what I was feeling in the spiritual reading, where it's like you're looking for some sort of resolution here, but not seemingly finding it, and it feeling hopeless or solutionless, or you know what I mean? Like that you're never quite seeing the full picture or the truth of something. So you're trying to, you know, build on something or trying to seek resolution, and at the same time there's a facade here. So let's see, and this is definitely dealing with love, okay, or this connection, I feel. So let me see this person's recent past. This person's recent past. What is their energy? All of a sudden my arm is like going numb. It's weird. Just this right arm. No, I'm fine. I'm not having a heart attack or a stroke. But it's weird. What is up with that? Like my rotator cuff? What's going on? And now I have that song in my head. I get so weak in my knees, I can hardly breathe. Who remembers that song? All right, so recent past of this person's energy. ADD, Six of Cups, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. So it's interesting that you're having this struggle over here, Aquarius, because I feel like this person feels they put the past to a rest. They've put their past to rest. But maybe you haven't, you know, or maybe you were holding it against them in the past. I don't know if you're doing that now, but whatever, or vice versa. They could have been doing that to you, okay? Something weird about that. But anyways, I feel like this person has been primarily focused on themselves, you know, and that's not always a bad thing. Although on a negative end, yes, it can denote like a selfish energy. On a positive note, it's like working on oneself, really valuing their freedom, their independence, and, you know, beginning to look at potentials in their life and areas of their life that can grow them, you know, grow their value in particular, which is interesting, that they're looking to do something of that nature. This person has been through quite a bit, but yet their past is kind of what made them who they are, you know. And so I feel like there's an honoring of that, or a needing to honor that, especially within the masculine energy. Okay. So take it as that resonates. My shoulder is still bothering me. It's like out of nowhere. It's the weirdest. It's one right here. It's distracting me. It's weird. Okay, so let's go into the now energy and see how you are viewing each other and how you are feeling in the current energy. How does Aquarius see this person? King of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Nice. So Aquarius, a lot of beautiful emotions showing up, a lot of deep feelings. Seeing potential, you know, some of you romance, vulnerability, a very expressive emotional energy showing up, and that could be exuding from you or this person. I heard you bring it out. They either bring this out in you or you them. Because maybe the person you're connecting with is a very deep feeling person, a very expressive person. You know, like Aquarius, you don't typically mimic your partners the way, say, like a Gemini has a tendency towards mimicking their partner, as well as a few other zodiac signs. But Aquarius, you usually stay true to, like, so for say, if you don't like something, you're not going to like it just because you meet a partner that likes it. Where some zodiac signs that are more changeable, or more flexible, may actually adapt to their new partner's needs, you know. So like, say they never really watched a certain type of genre movie, but their partner likes it, then they may acquiesce, and now they like, now we all like it, you know. I think Kourtney Kardashian, not to bring Kardashians into my tarot card reading, but it's a good example. She's a good example of someone who acquiesces to her mate, becomes who she's dating. Like, if you see the way she dressed and acted when she was with her prior partner, Scott, it is wholly and completely different than how she dresses and acts with her current partner, which is something Barker. I don't remember his first name, Travis Barker. And, you know, I think she's an Aries. So she's somebody that does adapt and change. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, guys. I just want to give you a solid example of what I mean. She adapts herself to her partner. Whereas an Aquarian energy, not probably going to happen. Probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, think about Aquarian energy. It's not that you can't be with a partner who has different desires or likes than you, but you're not usually the type of person that's going to change your style, your dress, you know, what you watch, what you listen to accommodate. You're pretty much going to stay true to yourself and let it be compatible or not, right? So it's really interesting to me. Gosh, I was sorry, long-winded. A long way for me to say. It's very interesting to me that this person is seemingly, though, having that effect on you, where you are, whether through a state of love or vulnerability, or maybe because just the energy is very intense, somewhat acquiescing to this person's energy. I'm not saying like you're losing yourself or your identity or anything, but you are allowing like some sort of transference to take place, which is kind of uncharacteristic of you. Very interesting. So let's see how this person sees you. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Ooh, Four of Cups. Wow. Aquarius, very interesting. So it's funny because you see this person as quite open and emotional and all of that, and they see you as quite detached. That's funny because in the spiritual reading, I was literally saying that Aquarians get labeled often as like robotic or cold or detached, and that's how this person is seeing you. Now, does that mean that's how you really feel or that's how you really are? No, you know, it's interesting to me. Some of you have detached yourself from this person though, emotionally, and they are feeling it, okay? Some of you, it is literally that. But for others of you, for most of you, it's more so a misinterpretation on their part of how you're really thinking and feeling. And you may be intentionally keeping this to yourself, or some of you are completely unaware that you come off this way. Because you may be actually feeling differently than you're actually expressing on your face. You know what I mean? Very interesting. Yeah, they kind of see you in your own world, you know, paying attention to you, slightly aloof. I think this person also feels like you're under a lot of pressure, or that you have a lot of things that you're dealing with. And so they may use that as an excuse, or maybe you use that as an excuse when you need to detach, or something about that. Or they're like justifying it in their head like that. Like, oh, okay, my Aquarius just has a lot on their plate. In a way, they're trying to be understanding, which is interesting. So let's see, let's go into the emotions and see what's going on. How does Aquarius feel about this person? There's that song again. I get so weak in the knees. I can hardly... Some of you get weak in the knees. Some of you just have weak knees. So I was feeling like an issue with my shoulder. I was feeling like almost like a weakness in my shoulder, and then I got weak in the knees. Some of you, arthritis? I don't know. Anyways, tarot reading, take it or leave it. Okay, let's get into it. How do you feel, Aquarius, towards this person? How do you feel underneath it all? Three of Wands. Strength card. Okay, so really interesting. I feel like a lot of you are planning a future with this person, or looking towards your future, if nothing else. Feeling strongly about the connection. Some of you about reconnecting with this person or reconciling, like I said. A lot of inspiration coming through the heart space. And you're not a fire sign, but you're actually showing up in the heart space as fire. Some of you may have fire in your Venus, sun, moon, or not sun, in your Venus, moon, or rising. So passionate. Point blank period, you feel passionate about the connection. And confident in how you feel. And strong. So let's see how this person is feeling underneath it all. Ace of Swords. Death and Rebirth. The Hangman and the World. So it's interesting, Aquarius, because the first thing I've got, the first message I got was something about reconsidering. I don't have any cards that represent this, but I definitely got the message reconsidering options. I don't know if that's you or them. It could have been just a passing thought, you know, not something that you or they fixated on, but I definitely picked that up. But in their heart of hearts, I feel like this person is learning some valuable lessons through this connection, and it's really changing them. It's really transforming them. It's helping them to see life in a different way, as well as themselves in a different way. And in a way, this is creating like a karmic completion for this person, like an aha moment for them. And they are receiving some sort of insight or clarity in regards to the connection here that's helping them to fully understand something that they really couldn't wrap their mind around when it comes to the connection. And I feel it's positive, but let's go further and see outcomes. If you hear screaming, it's fine. My child is playing video games and he has no chill. So, sorry. Okay, so let's see. Next, what's the, why can't I talk today? Most likely outcome. Page of Pentacles, most likely outcome. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Four of Cups. Justice. Oh, what in the world? Seven of Cups wanted to come out. Well, I think I'm not starting the video over at this point. I'm sorry that I keep getting caught on my words. What I was saying is, it's clear to me now why this person is getting like this detached, aloof type of vibe from you, Aquarius, and it's because you're giving that. And whether you're aware of it or not, I think most of you, it's not that you are intentionally doing that. I think you're going through a period of like reevaluation or reevaluating something. And I think in order for you to really get your mind right, you have to kind of detach in order to do that. But I don't feel it lasting forever or lasting long. Some of you are just downright exhausted. I picked that up in the spiritual reading, and that's because you're out of balance here, Aquarius, with what you are putting out to the universe that you want versus what you're actually allowing yourself to believe about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could want all day for a perfect lover, but if you don't believe you have one or can have one, then you've got a desire and a belief that are in opposition. And so the only way that situation is going to move is that you got to move the belief, because you're not going to be able to get rid of the desire. You're never not going to want what you want. You know, if you want a loving partner, you're always going to want a loving partner. So there's only one thing in that equation that you have the control to change, and that's the belief around it. So if the belief is in opposition, then you need to do some asking deeper questions why that is, and how you can reframe your thinking into a more positive direction that supports your desire. I want a loving partner because I myself am a loving partner, because I deserve a loving partner, because I am worthy of, because I am able to reciprocate, because, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Talk to yourself until you talk yourself right out of that negative belief. And that's how you find balance. So it's interesting because your outcome is mostly about self-work. Let's see theirs. What's going on in theirs? They have the Ace of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, cute. Nice. The reason why I said that, which is a bit too much, but the reason why I say that, Aquarius, is because you become infinitely more lovable and attractive to this person when you work on yourself. When you love yourself is what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, this person loves you when you're at your best. And when you're at your best, you are doing the work. Yeah, and the only work that you have to do is to love yourself. But, you know, that is not as easy as it always sounds, right? You also have some hindering beliefs in the way. But it's like, the more at peace you are, the more thoughtful and considerate you are. The more you reach for your own goals and appreciate your freedom, the more you give that to your partner and those around you. The more loving you are of your life and yourself, the more loving of a partner you are to others. So this person loves when you shine. They love it. oh gosh, please, they love your light. And that's funny because the spiritual reading was all about Aquarius being the sign of hope, faith, and light. And what I shrugged off, I shouldn't have shrugged it off, is that the song, I had a song come through and it was This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. I get the silliest stuff when I'm doing these readings. Anyways, so it's worth the time then, yeah, to spend some time being kind to yourself, as it benefits everyone involved, including this person, and that's really how they kind of love you anyways. So let's see what the guidance is. You've got 2. My life is about my relationships, and I have the power to direct my own thoughts. And I want to look at the numbers again. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number 9. Look that up for numerology. Okay, this one says, you will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you'd be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you would not exist at all. Wow, very, very interesting and deep reminder there, Aquarius. And we're going to close it there. So, wow. Wow, what a birthday reading, right? I am going to let you know what zodiac signs I'm seeing. You may be connecting with these or dealing with someone who has it in their chart. I have Scorpio here. I have Sagittarius, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Libra. I had Virgo here, Leo again. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. If you have not yet, follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. All of it linked below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Aquarius, and happy birthday. I love you guys so much. Till next time. Namaste. Bye.